So welcome everyone to Meet the Makers virtual trade show. We run one of these every month, and we have wonderful makers come along, manufacturers and people in the industry, so we can share and learn all about anything that you would usually get at a trade show on the floor as well. So this month we welcome the wonderful Anie, the Regional Director of Australasia for GraphiStudio, to join us. And I'm Yana, I'm the founder of Album Registry. So we're the world's #1 photo gift registry platform where friends and family can pitch in towards the cost of professional photography or professional photo print products as a gift. So we're quite popular for baby showers and weddings when people usually give, they can give towards professional photography. So everyone keep your webcams on if you can. It's always nice when we're presenting that we can see people's reactions there as well. But just if you can keep your microphones on mute, that would be super helpful. So this session is really interactive. So if you've got any questions at all, pop them in the chat window. I'm going to monitor these, as will Yervin as well. If the question's a little bit more specific, or we would like you to elaborate on that, we might ask you to unmute your microphone and pitch in there as well. So the intended flow for today is we're going to do an introduction video to GraphiStudio. Then Annie's going to take us through the best sellers, why and how to order them, and then some new products which Graphi have just released as well. And then we'll open the floor up for a general question and answer as well. So without further ado, we will start with this wonderful video of Graphi.
Thanks, Jenna.
GraphiStudio is a global innovative company that never stops inventing. And in today's fast-paced environment where many companies take the short-term approach to new product development.
Some of you know us as the market leader. Some of you have been with us for over 15 years. We are the innovators. We're the first movers. We're the people that bring you the new things, that excite the marketplace, that develop a whole new way of doing business. Because inside our location, everything happens. All of our development, all of our innovations, all of our design. From the very beginning, we've been educators, and our education program is going to be growing through both physical locations.
GraphiStudio is working non-stop on new products.
It's unheard of what we're doing with some of our new products. You're going to be amazed and blown away by what we can do. And it's all to help you grow your business.
Well, welcome everybody. Hi, Tanya. I just saw you there. How's Rocco? So, GraphiStudio. Well, Jana, first and foremost, thank you for this opportunity. I really, really appreciate it. I don't know if any of you saw the live streaming GraphiStudio did from the Chichoni Castle on Sunday and Monday. The castle belongs to GraphiStudio. It is the home of photographers. They bought that castle and developed it as an educational center for photographers worldwide. seminars, workshops, studies, anything you want. If you want to ever visit, Jen, I think you did, Tanya certainly has, you can visit, utilize it to take pictures, anything. It's the home of photographers, a whole castle, a real castle in Italy. So GraphiStudio is truly, I boast, but is truly the world's #1 for many reasons. A, it proved itself throughout this global COVID situation. It survived. It employs over 200 people, and they looked after each one of them and continued employing them and producing. Albeit some delays, because even their raw suppliers had delays within Europe. Global couriers have got delays until now. Customs officers are holding stock back to check further. So there's a few delays, but it's a global issue. It's not a GraphiStudio issue, but we're always here to listen, to assist, and make things possible, actually the impossible possible, if we humanly can. So GraphiStudio's products are all made in Italy. They're designed within the premises. Their outsourcing is within Italy and most of Europe. The quality is of the highest, but most of all, the printing. This is what they're all about. Many years ago, Graphi started as a printing press more than anything, and their astute attitude towards highest quality printing has brought them where they are. So their printing quality is what has attracted many before seeing the product. Now, what I want to talk to you about is, first and foremost, I get a lot of inquiries here, Australia and New Zealand, about how to navigate through the trade area. If I can quickly share my screen just for a moment, I'm going to show a couple of things here. Sorry. Share screen, this one. Isn't it coming?
To say share screen.
As you can see, it's not working. And help you, Armand. That's my screen. Cool. A lot of questions about the trade area, and a lot of people are not utilizing the trade area as it should. It has a wealth of information at your fingertips. I see a lot of people don't even open and download the price list, most of all the technical information, and yet they've, they struggle with ordering and very basic things like what size is the young book coming, or how many pages is my maximum, how do I design? It's all in the trade area, so I'm just going to quickly take you through it. The trade area, you log in, and the most important part obviously is the order form, which is where you're going to place your orders. One thing a lot of people don't fully understand, when you see something on hold, first of all, you would have received an email that bringing your attention to something is on hold. We are communicating with you in the trade area. So you have to go and click the on hold. You will see a message right from Factory Floor Manager, and you can then communicate with them right there and then. You will be communicating with the floor in this portal, nowhere else but this portal. But if there's nothing on hold, everything's progressing beautifully. So in process, anytime you click in process, you will see all your orders that are in progress right now. And for example, if you place an order last night and you just realize, damn, I forgot to, I want to change the cover, or I want to tell them I want 2 of these, you will always press in process, and you will be able to open the orders that are in progress at the moment as they are. And by clicking on the order, you can communicate with GraphiStudio Floor Manager again and say, okay, my client just decided they don't want a white album, they want a red album, or I misspelled the name, I'd like to spell the name correctly. Whatever the case is, while the product is in process in the very early stages of placing the order, you will always be able to track the order in process. As you said, there's the green and red bars. The green bar is showing you the progress. So very early on, you're able to do changes, but once it's past 3/4 and half forward, really we've produced the product. But you can see when it will be shipped. Of course, when it's shipped, you get an email. letting you know where it's at with a tracking number. Then shipped. Now, this is very interesting, and a lot of people don't use this. For example, let's say you ordered a product, a wall print, or magazines 6 months ago, an album 5 years ago. You can always go into shipped. We keep records for over a decade. We keep your files in-house. So you can go back and say, you have Aunt and Annie's album or whatever it is, your product, and find it. A window of communication opens, communicate with the floor manager and say, this album of 6 years ago, I'd like a copy because there's burnt, or whatever the case is. Or my magazine order of 6 months ago, I want to repeat it. Send me so many more. So Graphi will create a new order there. You don't have to redesign, recreate, resubmit. They'll then send you an invoice to pay, and it's in production. Payments invoices, obviously this is your paperwork. Anytime you want to download, although we ship paperwork with each product, this is your record of all your payments and invoices. You can download, print, whatever you want to do. I see a lot of people don't utilize the price list and technical info area. If you've got an orange frame around any of these PDF documents, that means you haven't clicked it open. I always suggest there's a couple of things which are most important. In technical info, the print and bind is of utmost importance. You need to have that printed in a folder. Now, with each specific product, we've got its own specific technical info, dimensions, sizes, how to, etc. Then, of course, if you haven't got the material swatch box, which is a must, it is the entire GraphiStudio factory at your fingertips, touch and feel, all the different papers, the laminations, the customizations, ennoblements in real. But you can click this and you've got a PDF of what the customization ennoblements are. For example, if we're talking about debossing, what are the fonts, what are the sizes, on what material is it available? It's all there rather than you wondering and saying it's too hard. It's really quite simple. Price lists, obviously, very important to have them printed and by yourself. Plus, there's a lot of valuable information in those as well. Now, let me go back to stop share. Now, here we are. So the best sellers, now Graphi has a lot of products, but within Australia, I've identified the best sellers and actually globally too, more or less. The most important product is definitely the Bugatti. We don't say Rolls-Royce in Italy, we say the Bugatti. It's the better car, the best car. The fastest, the sexiest is the young book. This is the Bugatti of albums. Lends itself to any application, not just wedding. We have 4 sizes and they come in all formats, landscape, portrait, square, highly customizable. It's an original creation of GraphiStudio, and you can brand it any which way you want. It has 3 types of covers. You can put whatever you want on the inside, lid, and then as far as the book goes, this one's quite heavy. We have 3 types of covers for the book. Over the last year, everyone has adopted only to doing the hardback cover. This is quite new with GraphiStudio. This is one of the new features of a young book. The young book was originally born as clean, minimalist, very sharp square, but there was, and the leather on the cover was just stuck onto board, but there was a lot of requests that we want a more sturdy and wrapped leather or whatever the material, so they did. I find this, it just looks, it's got more perceived value than the other, but it's a taste. So this is a square one. If everyone's going to deliver to a client, it's got the, you can't see, but the silver raised foil writing on it, which he designs as a PNG file, and you upload. And then, of course, you've got your album. So this product is the gem of GraphiStudio. There aren't any other album manufacturers who make this product, and if they do, they've copied us. So this is the original, highly customizable, variety of materials, colors that you can choose from for the materials, for the covers of the book and box. It's a set. The price includes book and box, highest quality printing, variety of papers. The information is right there in the trade area. If there's anything you do not understand or terminology, I'm here at your service. I must remind everybody that I took on GraphiStudio some 5 years ago because I just love them. Yvonne's been an ambassador for I don't know how many years now. So it's not work for me. It's not 9 to 5 at all. Most of you will know that even if you call me or email me after 7, 8, I'm probably answering it. 7 days a week. Why? Because it's not a job. It's what I love to do. And I just love seeing more of this product in photographers' hands who are really particular about their printed result and the product they give their customers rather than shoot and burn or, well, it's a cheap album, it's an album, let's get it out. It cheapens your work. If you're serious and passionate about your own work, you really want to represent it in a really beautiful presentation that will outlive the rest and it will impress your clients. And on top of that, you will claim a few more dollars because it's got such incredible features and the presentation. Now, Young Book, like I said, the gem of GraphiStudio. With every product that, well, most book products at GraphiStudio, this is a little gem that just hides. It's the pocket books. Very easy to order. If you've designed any album, you have an option in your order form to order parent books or pocket books, variety of sizes, papers, hardback or soft. And these are ideal. They are so affordable. Imagine giving 8 of these to your bride and groom or your mum with the baby or whatever as a gift to have to pass on to family members, bridesmaids, etc., as a gift from you. The value is incredible, and yet you're not going to spend that much. It's a lot better than giving discounts. Throw this in with your order. Plus, put your logo on the back. It walks and talks your business in whosever hand it's going to end up with. Pocket books for me are you walking and talking reps after you give a product away.
Annie, can I just ask you a quick question while I got
Sure.
you there? So Kurt, who is a uses GraphiStudio, he got the teeny tiny little ones made.
Yes.
Yes. So he did an album through Album Registry, and obviously
Yep.
all of their friends and family pitched in towards cost. So he actually took those little books and then he gave them out as gifts to those who had given them. So they do come in smaller sizes as well?
Yes, it's got several sizes. Those little matchbook ones, they come in a box of 30 and they're about $110. It's nothing. Put your logo on the back. With Yevan's clients, they always get that, or the pocket books. It just, your brochure, it's just proof of the work, especially if it goes, to family and friends who were there. A lot of customers love it so much, they'll order extra and say, can I do those as a thank you message to all my guests? And you can print your thank you notes in it and pass it on. It's just a gem. I mean, for your minimal investment, you're really promoting your business beyond you can ever imagine. And if you have one return customer because of it, who's winning? And really, it's so impressive. So the parent books, really, these are all addendums to an order, which the customer might not originally have ordered, or they didn't come to you with this in mind. I always say to people, when a client comes to you, they're after one thing. I'd like photography done, and then they want to know what's your price. They don't even know what they want yet. They wanted photography done. It is up to you to take them to that journey of selling and then upselling. Now, there's upselling and upgrading. These are the two types of making that little bit more per client. And I'd like to do another session just on that because it'll take quite a while. But these are your opportunities of upsell and upgrade and get your name out further and further beyond what you would ever know. So if there's no more questions on Young Book, I'm going to take you through our Sue Bryce collection. Now, a few years ago, we introduced Sue Bryce into GraphiStudio. She's incredible. That girl is just incredible. Her work, her vision, her appreciation of our industry, her giving back. really second to none. She's incredible. So she wanted GraphiStudio to create very specific products to what suits her style of photography, her genre, and the type of marketing she creates and then teaches for others to do, which is foolproof success. So with Sue Bryce, the range is really, it's suitable for portrait, obviously, but also wedding, also baby, family, projects, anything. I've got some couple of architects recently requesting if they can use, if they actually requested us permission, can we order one of the Sue Bryce products, but for architectural use? And my answer was, we don't care what we print in it, what you put in it. Use the product. What a brilliant idea. They're going to showcase their drawings, etc., to a client. So the sky's the limit. So they're basically portrait boxes and mats and prints. Now, the most beautiful thing that came out recently, again, one of the new products, as we know, most portrait boxes are either portrait or landscape. We've created a square format with square prints. It's just beautiful. It just has that extra perceived value, point of difference. Have something different than the photographer next door. You don't want your client to say, yes, I've seen this product, but what's your price? They should come to you and say, I love your work. Oh my God, I love this product. I've never seen this in anyone else's home or in any other studio or shop. I want it. So GraphiStudio lends you the opportunity not just to sell your work competitively, but have a point of difference. That's the beauty of GraphiStudio. Now, with Sue, we have, now if you look, I didn't bring all the products here because we're in Yerevan's YouTube studio at home. I mean, I really need a big room to bring it all here. But the folio box is, as we know, a box with the lid, all the sizes, and your matted prints inside. The Legacy box is a unique product of GraphiStudio. Love this. Magnetized lid. And we print these lids. I wish you could see the quality close up. We can print any image on this lid. This is canvas. We're actually doing leather. Imagine this beautiful leather box with a printed leather cover, linen, photographic paper that's laminated, whatever you want, any of the format. Now, and this just sits there as a piece of art in someone's home, not just a box of matted prints. Of course, with all our Sue Bryce image boxes, we now have another new product, the false bottoms, and you can purchase them in increments of 5. Now, this is one of my favorite products. The one that sells the most globally is this incredible product. Sue teaches about the reveal wall. She wanted a reveal box. Incredible. Again, magnetized lid. The boxes come in a variety of materials, leathers, non-leathers, vegan, whatever. The acrylic cover, sturdy, and of course your matted prints inside. A lot of people buy these boxes empty with false bottoms or without, and they stock up, and then they just use it as they see their customers and they want to sell, or they just order bespoke one by one. We can create your logo anywhere you want, over the cover, inside the bottom of the box, wherever you want. But this product is the other hot cake of GraphiStudio. Thank you, Sue, for coming up with this. It's incredible. The portfolio, now I've got a little one here. I didn't bring the big one. This is loved by a lot of people. It comes in vertical, horizontal, variety of beautiful leathers and materials. And it's such a beautiful artisan portfolio. Your mats inside. So this is another incredible Sue Bryce product. Moving on, under the Sue Bryce, inside the Sue Bryce range in our order form, you will be able to order just printing. If you want just photos printed, you can go and order in there. Highest quality, high definition printing, sizes and prices. Mats. Now we have regular mats and bold mats. Our mats don't warp. They're unbent, they're acid-free, archival. You can have the V-groove if you want, but our bolt mats in particular, they're incredible. You can just display that all by itself. You can receive the mats empty or allow us to print. You can assemble it yourself or allow us to assemble for you, ready-made for you. HD printing on luster paper and fine art papers. Most of our customers utilize the fine art paper, HD printed, in our mats in the Sue Bryce collection because no one in the world can possibly have come even close to the quality of our fine art printing on those stunning papers. And everything is customizable. Next, a few years ago, we brought in our own Kelly Brown as another ambassador of GraphiStudio. Isn't that incredible? Some of the best in the world are Aussies, aren't we proud? And GraphiStudio recognizes this because we're innovators, just like they are. So with our dear Kelly, she designed and we produced a beautiful organic range of portrait products. Just because Kelly is very well known for baby, although now maternity and so forth, people tend to tunnel vision and say, oh, but I don't do baby, so I won't touch her product. Now have a look inside Kelly's product. There's some incredible opportunities for portrait, for wedding, for pet, for boudoir. Just because she's known as baby photographer doesn't mean her products need to contain a baby in them. Put cars in them. Go and shoot some cars and put car pictures in them. They're just beautiful. Now, with Kelly, we have obviously image boxes, print and USB set boxes, the Storia volume set of albums. Now, this is incredible. This has been asked of Graphi for a long time, and we brought it out last year, the year before, last year. It's a set of beautiful matted albums in suedes, very feminine, very organic, perfect for babies, this one. And you can do your newborn, let's say cake smash, christening, whatever you want, whatever journey you want to take with your mom and her baby. And they're magnetized, they'll stick together. You can buy one or a set of 3 and sell to your mom accordingly. Stunning product, keeps your customer coming back for more. Pre-sell all 3, and she knows that once she's filled volume 1, she's going to have to fill the other 2 volumes. It gives you another tool to bring your customer back and back again. The most beautiful product that I love, here she is, the Favola. This has become another gem of GraphiStudio. Thank you, Kelly. This stunning product, beautiful leather, suede or linen or cotton interior, and this contains a stunning album. Now, this is with the Japanese binding. We have 2 types of binding, but this is the beauty. This is true fine art, handmade Amalfi papers, deckled edges, because they are truly handmade one by one. But what GraphiStudio did, they worked out the science of printing high definition on these very delicate handmade papers. Blacks are blacks. You can see the baby's fine hairs clearly. There's nothing in the world that can beat this. There's a lot of similar product which have come after this, but they're after this. This is the original, Kelly. It's an incredible product. This is a gem of GraphiStudio. Another one, now, a product that is loved. Like I said, I brought you the bestsellers. This is an underestimated product, the Go Book. This one has a magnetized acrylic cover, and it's made of linen. The default Go Book, which comes in 3 sizes in all formats, has a photo cover on the album as such. Again, this is a book and box set, and recently we have introduced a complete, let's say, linen box with a linen cover. You can put a suede patch here with the baby's name or bride's name or whatever, the pet's name on the suede patch. Now, again, this applies to any application from any genre of photography. At Yerevan Studio, he loves using these as the parent albums. He has 3 stages. For example, first stage of giving customers an opportunity to say yes to something. For example, all his albums are young book for his bride and grooms, all, and I mean 100%. So he's offered them a smaller version, 8x8 version of a young book as the premium parent album. And all he has to do then is just place an order for 2 more 8x8s of what the bride and groom took as 1414. He doesn't have to recreate the design, nothing. He just presses a button, puts the number in there. Now, he charges premium for an exact copy of a young book in leather, etc. But he gives his clients a second choice, the Go book. So he's made this more affordable because it is at Graphi as well. And believe me, they can't say no to this. If the person believes, well, I can't afford the big leather like my album, I'll go for this one. And then the third version is our typical parent album from GraphiStudio, which is really the original wedding book, hardback book. It doesn't have a box, and we can make that very appealing because it's very cost competitive. So Yerevan and his staff show 3 stages: the premium, the one he really banks on, and then here is another one. So the customer's always thinking, well, if I don't deserve the big one, and I'll go in the middle, but I really should get mom and dad something, they'll go on the small, the hardback parent book. We just sold 2 products that client didn't know she would want. This is all about upselling and upgrading while you've got one client and capitalizing to them. Now, Steve Jobs once said something like, oh, what was it? Now it escaped me. But anyway, it's along the lines that a client doesn't know what they're going to buy from you when they walk in. That's the whole analogy. They come in for 1 or 2 things in mind, but it's up to you to sell, but not like a car salesman. Do it gracefully and get them coming back. Now, new product. This is what I wanted to talk to you about the most. Although we are far away, Australia and New Zealand, Wall Art, look at this incredible product. This is our Canvas Pro. I so wish you could see the quality. Our canvases are not cheap and shiny and plasticky. They're true cotton canvases. High definition printing, you will see every eyelash on that girl's face. Sturdy, no trampoline effect, no sagging. Our canvases, we have developed a secret laminating system, which doesn't bring shine to it, but preserves the color, longevity, no fading, and you can touch it, nothing happens. All our canvases, all our wall art come in a boxed presentation setup, 2 thicknesses. We've got 1.2 inch or 2.3 inch thicknesses, variety of colors and materials from wood grain to leather for these bags, ready to hang. Put your certificate of authenticity there, which you can design and upload in our ordering system, sign it, and away it goes. Now the Canvas Pro, again, is the Bugatti of all canvases in the world. No one is printing like this, the high definition, the true color, and this incredible presentation. Now, apart from that, of course, we've got the acrylic. The Acrylic Pro we have in gloss. Some people like the gloss. Then we have the satin, the matte. And at Yerevan Studio, it's really 50-50. Some people like the gloss, some like the matte, whichever. Again, same features and benefits as all our wall art. One thing I need to tell you now, with our canvases, our acrylics, and also metals that we print, high definition, we have 99 sizes in each. 99 orientation and sizes. Now, a lot of people order for example, from 4x4, 6x6 to huge wall art. A lot of people I know at Yerevan Studio, because I get to see the client, what Yerevan sells to his clients, he would sell one big one for their wall and then a variety of small ones in different orientation for desktop. And he mixes his, let's say, acrylic on the wall, then he can mix canvas here, a shiny acrylic as the wowzer, a whole dimension of different finishes, same quality printing, color orientation, presentation. These can go as image boxes, those acrylic boxes on a table, on a desktop or whatever, and you can have the big one on the back. So this lends itself to yet another opportunity. If you're selling a wall art, you can then say, how about 3 small pieces, square, whatever, on your table to complement the other one, and put a bunch of flowers or a candle here. Now, that girl didn't come in wanting this product because she didn't know about it, but if you show it, you will sell it. The metal, which is a new product, comes in 82 sizes. So this is phenomenal, phenomenal. Gloss, semi-matte, and matte. Last but not least is my other love. If you're talking rustic, feminine, feel-good, beautiful product, these are our Amalfi panels. Now, if you can see what it is, we have different types of panels made out of, let's say, linen, cotton, wood fiber for the backing. Then our Amalfi handmade paper as your mat with the deckled edging. Then inside, fine art paper, high definition printed. And colors galore, and you can do any shape and size. Ready to hang on the wall because we've got hangers. A lot of people sell these just to hang on the wall flat. They do the 9-up, 6-ups, whatever. And a lot of people go and get these framed in box frames with the glass quite elevated from the back. Absolutely stunning. So that's the Amalfi panel. Now, new product, which is about to be released any day now. We've been waiting with bated breath for this, is this product called the Storybook. This is going to come out very soon. It's very similar to Kelly Brown's Favola. Again, the Amalfi handmade paper, high definition printing, beautiful leather covers, vertical, horizontal. I won't disclose possible price for this because I fell off my chair and I had to ask again and again, is this true? Very soon. Please keep your eye posted for this. We're going to make an announcement very soon. This is going to go a long way. Again, use it for baby, maternity, boudoir, pet, product, whatever you want, cars. Imagine selling this to car dealers when they buy a Bugatti, a whole customer's experience of ordering the Bugatti in here. Amazing, lots of opportunity. So they're the new product. And last but not least, the magazines. These were launched last year. Now there's magazines and there's magazines. The name is magazine, just like Vogue magazine or any other magazine from other suppliers. But then there's the GraphiStudio magazine. I wish they didn't call it magazine, but we couldn't come up with another name. These are high quality printed. These are not just mass-produced magazines like Mini. When you see the high-quality printing of this, you see the paper, the texture. There's 3 types of paper we offer, sizes galore, and then the price. You got to be kidding by not ordering this as your promotion. I know, for example, Yerevan has his, and when, especially throughout COVID now, when they couldn't see, Anie and Yerevan couldn't see their clients at the studio, they were mailing out, after doing a Zoom consultation with them, they were mailing out the Yerevan magazine to each potential client. Now, here we go, thank you. When she received this, not just pictures, but what they need to know about the photographer, the service, the product. his bookings have been pretty high this year. And I think, don't you think this helped a lot? This helped a lot. Receiving this in their hands during COVID time was a gem, and it looks incredible. The beautiful Tintoretto paper. It's not just Women's Weekly. This is fine art paper. So this is a product you should consider. What else? Apart from that, I'm now going to wait for some questions. Anybody got any questions?
We just had a lot of people say that the magazines, that's a game changer. They're absolutely beautiful. Yeah, Jules
quality.
Said, I'm so keen for these.
It's quality.
Tanya's has asked a question. It was a little bit earlier. Sorry to take you back, Annie, but you're on a roll.
Right.
I couldn't interrupt you. Tanya said that she has a colleague that is up here in North Queensland and uses a different supplier from Queensland, and has asked about the durability of the album, specifically the Young Book with the humidity.
Okay, this question we get asked worldwide, from Dubai to Queensland to Singapore. Paper is paper is paper is paper. Paper reacts to humidity, but if you don't, then when humidity is gone, it naturally relaxes itself. Best thing is not to touch it. With Young Book, look, the leathers, the construction, nothing happens to it, but the album content is paper, even if it's laminated. If it warps because of the humidity, just leave it. It'll come back down. Put an Britannica Encyclopedia there, or a graphic book, or any book. It's still Tom Ford book, anything, the Women's Weekly even. They're all going to warp in certain humid conditions, but let them be. Paper has the natural capacity to go back to flat itself. Don't touch it because you'll ruin it. Let it be. But look, this is a global thing. It's not new. Graphi or anybody in the world paper manufacturers of the world have not come up with the perfect solution to humidity in paper, but it's a characteristic of paper. Just don't touch it, leave it. Just absolutely leave it. It'll go back to normal.
Excellent. Thanks, Annie. I've got another question here from Liz about the magazines. Can the magazines be bound along the short egg, so to have a horizontal layout?
Yes, we get asked this a lot. I had a client who requested it. We did it bespoke. That's another thing with GraphiStudio. We don't just stick to what we show on the order form or on our website. If you've got something in mind, this is the beauty of GraphiStudio, it's bespoke. We will create it. Whatever you want, we can create. This is where the customization comes in for GraphiStudio. One of the reasons is every single order that comes to GraphiStudio is made to order. There is absolutely no warehouse in the world, not even, let's say, for the image boxes where, a warehouse picker can go and pick 6 of these and ship it out to you. Every single product is made to order because you can customize it, make changes any which way you want, brand it the way you want, the way it suits you. For example, you may want a white box with a black lid and a pink ribbon. Why not? It really shouldn't exist because I think that's quite ugly, but if you like it, we'll do it. And there's no price difference. So if there are little tweaks that you want done, we certainly do. A lot of clients actually come up with some pretty amazing imaginations and designs we've delivered. I'd love you to look in our Pinterest and Instagram pages, the GraphiStudio Facebook private group pages. We've around the region, we put a lot of pictures there. Some pretty crazy ideas, amazing ideas, but we create them and there's no price difference. So if you've got a really brilliant idea, and if we love it, we might even say, hey, we're going to do this, because it's incredible.
Excellent. Oh, that's wonderful. I've got another question here from Jude. Those beautiful Amalfi panels, are the photos protected with a lamination for dust or fly poo?
I get that question a lot from Australia, nowhere else in the world. And Queensland questions me. No, because truly, it's such a piece of art. I mean, if you've got a piece of art in your home, you don't laminate or put plastic on it. This is high definition printed fine art paper. This is handmade paper. Don't touch it. It's a piece of art. But if you feel you must protect it, put it in a beautiful box frame, glass above it. It really looks so classy. The dimension is phenomenal because you've got dimension here already. I don't know if you can see. And then the glass there is just amazing. But as far as dust and fly poo, well, What would happen if you've got a Picasso in your house?
True.
You don't laminate it. It's art.
Oh, that's great. Simon's asked here, do you have discount rates for studio samples?
Absolutely. Simon, thank you for saying that. I've been meaning to say every single product has got permanent discounts. No, I'll take that back. With wall art, we allow one set of orders with discount. Then we remove that from the order form because, as you can imagine, some people were taking advantage. Why? Because we cannot put a stamp saying sample on your beautiful wall art. But, for example, with young book and albums and books, all we do is in the lining of the book, very faintly, we stamp studio sample. Now, the sample discounts are anything between 25 to 30% or 15% depending on the product, but they're permanent for all products except the wall art throughout the year. But I encourage you, few people have unsubscribed from our weekly mailouts. I wish they didn't, because weekly we throw a random set of products on special discount. Like this week, the Young Book came on with 20% off. I mean, this is ridiculously incredible. I mean, if you calculate what you pay GraphiStudio by the end of the year for what you've received with the weekly discounts, I think no one can beat it. So yes, weekly, we send out emails with special set of products and the type of discount applied. But for studio samples, you just have to tick in the order box, studio sample. Immediately, the system will calculate the applicable discount.
Awesome, thank you. Liz has asked a question. Is it possible to order swatches of just the leather and linen, not all the other materials that come in a big box?
Until 2 days ago, I didn't even know it was possible because the material swatch box is everything. But when I was watching the live stream from the castle, obviously this question has been asked a lot worldwide. Very soon, they call it cherry picking material swatches. You will then say, I want pink linen, yellow leather, green ribbon, just send me that. You'll cherry pick your selection and we'll pack that and send it to you. It's your own studio's materials that you want to sell. So it's a yes. Coming soon.
Excellent. Belinda's asked, can we get the 9-up mats from the Sue Bryce collection unassembled without prints?
Yes, absolutely. By default, they're unassembled without prints. They've got two side open with double-sided tape. So a lot of people buy a lot of them and stock them and use them as they wish because they've got their own printer at home or whatever, they do that. So the variety of the options are default, mats with two side open so that you can insert your print and stick. You can ask us to assemble for you, or you can ask us to print your prints and the mats, but send them as separate. You do your assembly, let's say reveal or whatever the case may be. So yes to all of those. And we also have black mats, which is beautiful.
Fantastic. Has anybody else got any questions for Annie? Can always unmute yourselves if you want as well, I think.
Yeah, I've just unmuted myself. Good. Just an approximate question. In a way, this is just a general thing for you, Annie. Let's say, I mean, I'm not sure how much a young book might cost. Looks like a beautiful product. I'm very tempted to get a studio sample. What would I be paying for a young book? And generally speaking, how much are they photographers on selling them for?
For example, Simon, let's say young book, it's book and box, let's say 30 pages. You're talking under $250. And the delivery fee is only $33. Now, oh, by the way, this then leads me to the next question I get asked a lot. Is the currency US, Euro, what? It's always in our region, Australia, New Zealand, it's in Australian dollars. And we absorb any currency exchanges that occur. So Graph is quite generous with that. Delivery, we only charge a token of what it really costs. For example, with a young book, we only charge $33 per order. this is a very good one to also talk a bit more about. When we say per order, it means that, let's say, Simon, you've created John and Janie's album, but within that, once you've designed that album, within that you've got 12 pocket books, you've got 2 parent books. It's still one order. Now, this thing, as you can see, the more product you put in it, it's a bigger, heavier parcel to send to you, which officially costs more. But we at Graphi treat it as one order and only still charge a token $33 because we absorb 70%. A lot of people ask me, why can't I place Jamie and John's album, Samantha and Peter's album, Johan and Annie's album in one order so you can ship it to me for $33? Well, that's not the case, because every single order that's produced is bespoke. It's not shelf-picked. And we have 67 checkpoints in production. So each one is treated as one DNA. It goes through 67 checkpoints as one, even though it's got different sub-products. They're all produced together, and we can track the 67 steps if there's anything wrong or whatever. But we can also, we can't possibly ship million products for $33. We've got to be fair to. So yeah, it's one order, even though you've got multiples of the same order within that order, it's one. But as soon as we move, you've got new artwork. It's a pink album now, the other one was white, the other one is black. They're all individual, so we have to apply as individual.
Could you just answer the other part of the question? I was just asking, as a rule of thumb, how much are photographers marking up something like the Young Book?
Simon, this is a question, it's very difficult to answer because it depends your market status. Where are you in the marketplace? I mean, if you're a newcomer, you probably want to go cheaper so you can gain more client. But if you've got a name and you're well known, now you can very successfully ask for more, you will. So there is no rule of thumb. When these products cost you, let's say, under $500 for a 40-page, 50-page, it's entirely up to you. Some studios I know will charge $8,000 for the same product and get away with it because their name allows it. Another studio who's, let's say, newcomer to your, he's still trying to gain new business, he'll probably sell it for $1,200 and he feels, well, that was a good profit for me for this work. It's entirely where you're placed in the marketplace, what is your perceived value to your client base, to your market, and what you can get away with. But really, for a product that's going to cost you that, it's entirely up to how much you want to mark it up and get away with it.
Okay, thank you.
I have another quick question here for you. I've got two actually. First one is it $33 for every order? Say the leather swatches or just a few magazines, is it still $33?
Some products are a bit different. That's why I said between $25 and $33. The wall art, for example, is different. It's 15% of the value of the order. But most of our generic products like albums, original wedding book, the Young Book, Go Book, all these are at $33. The baby book, for example, which is an $85 product, the delivery cost of that is $25. So it does vary. Magazines are a bit different. So it does vary, but really you're talking between 25 and 33 as a general rule, with the exceptions of wall art and, magazines are a bit different too. I can't quite remember right now immediately, but if you look up the price list, it'll show you. If there's any difficulty, give me a hoy. I'm in Melbourne.
Excellent. Another question here about the black mats. How colorproof are the black mats? Do they fade? And the white mats, do they yellow or warp?
No, that's the beauty of it all. Let me just show you. Where's my black mats? There's no black mats here. What a shame. I wish I had brought them, but I don't have them. But no, these are my showroom samples, which have been around for 3-4 years now. They've been touched several times. I've taken them to several expos. Nothing has happened. They haven't warped. Nothing has happened. Unfortunately, I didn't bring the black. And with the black, we've, you know, a lot of people mix them here. So there's a lot of touch and movement. They don't go white. They just stay as they are. It's just incredible. But look, it's higher quality. Yes, maybe the price is a little bit more than, let's say, Chinese-made product. But then again, you're getting Italian-made product, which is different. It's different. This one, I wish I could show you the texture. This is our wood grain mat, which is so beautiful. A lot of people make the image box, let's say the folio or whatever, in the wood grain material that we offer, and then they do the mats in the wood grain. It's just incredible. And then there's another one we call Materica, which has got a different texture again. It just adds that extra value to the product, your artwork. They're all, you know, much of a much. It's up to you how you market it or what material covering you're going to put it in. It just adds that extra value. And then we've got the V-groove, if you want, the beveled, 45-degree beveled edging. But yeah, back to the black mat. I wish I had one to show. And really, I've been doing like playing cards with these for years now. Nothing happens to them. Nothing.
I've got another 2 quick questions. Thanks, Annie. How long approximately is ordering to, how long from ordering to delivery would a young book take approximately? I understand COVID related at the moment, it's a bit difficult.
Exactly.
But yeah.
In normal time, we reduced it down to 3 weeks. In your hands, all the way to Australia or New Zealand. So from the time you order it, it's in your hands within 3 weeks. Now we produce it within 10 days. Shipping from the day it's shipped, within 4 days, it's in your hands. But let's just say 3 weeks to be safe, because you really need to be saying more to your client and then surprise them with less. That's with Young Book. Now with the Sue Bryce collection, the Kelly Brown's, usually 2 weeks. Wall art, about 3 weeks. Let's not forget, this is a premium product, bespoke, coming from all the way from Italy, clearing customs, and then DHL will hand deliver to your door. So there's a lot involved, but it's a matter of educating your own client that, look, you're going to add a little, well, how would they know what they would have got if they got a product from India, China, or whatever, or local? I don't know either. But just educate that it's coming from Italy, it's premium product, it's going to be with you in 4 weeks. And if you receive it in under that, ring them and say, hey, guess what, it's here, you're always on the good guy side. So it's about educating, not rushing. And really, I don't see any problem anywhere in the world. Once you accept that it's 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, well, that's your mindset, and you work with it accordingly. You budget your business accordingly for your income, and you teach your client that the expectation is this. And then deliver slightly sooner, be a good guy.
And under promise, over deliver.
Always.
Another question here from Victor. How is the magazines binded? Does a magazine open flat?
Perfect binding. It's not flat, but that's pretty good.
Nice.
That's pretty good. And it hasn't split and the pages won't fall out. It's not an album, it's just a magazine. I would hate to see anybody make this as a wedding album. It's not, it's a magazine. And you're paying like $8 because it's a magazine.
Amazing. Any other questions? Feel free to put on your microphone. I see Jackie has just joined us. Sorry, Jackie. We started at 10.
And you can, the box, they can see the price when they enter into the software.
Yeah. Yeah, man was just prompting me from the side that when you're into the order form, you can see the prices automatically in the order form. You don't have to refer back to price list at all time. You've got live pricing, and you can always control your total. So add, deduct from it, control your components, and pricing will change accordingly. You can see it. One thing that reminds me, in your order form, some people in the world like to order the product in front of their client, and of course they don't want to show the price that they're going to pay. You can mute the pricing. There's a little X at the top, details. If you click that, They will only see you working in the 2D configurator, designing your product, the look, changing the materials, ribbon, just make the client see what the product's going to look like, but they don't have to see your prices. One more thing that makes me, reminded me, we have recently introduced drop shipping, as long as it's within your country. I mean, if you've shot something in USA, but you're here, we can't deliver to USA. We will deliver in your country of residence. And what we do, we then, when you've clicked the option drop shipping to your client, then we don't put the Graphi invoice on the box. We will then communicate with you. You will send us a PDF of your invoice, which will go with that for customs clearance, and so that your client receives it, but without the Graphi price, your price.
Wonderful. Jules has said, this has been excellent and so helpful. Thank you so much, Annie. And for Jackie that's just joined us, this will be a recording, so I'll send you the link to that as well, so you can watch from the beginning.
Thank you.
No worries.
My pleasure. And like I said, I'm always here. Like I said, this is not a job for me. This is my life, my passion. So I don't clock in and out. I just keep going. So, and I know a lot of photographers work after dinner or on the weekends. I'm there with you. Email me, text me, ring me. I'll be there. I'll answer you 7 days a week. I'm here for you.
Oh, excellent. Thank you so much, Annie. And Yevon, really appreciate you coming along to Meet the Makers, the virtual trade show, and everybody for joining us as well. Wishing you all a wonderful week from wherever you are, and hopefully everyone's back shooting in the very near future. So thank you all very much for your time.
Absolute pleasure.
We'll see you all later. Bye.
Bye-bye.